Fel Elvis, Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain, Ian Curtis, Barry Kirff, Bern Elvin Presley, mae David R. Edwards, Dave Datblygu wedi gadael yr adeilad. David R. Edwards. The greatest living Welsh artist has just become the greatest non-living Welsh artist. Dwi'n dychmygu Dave R. Edwards yn chwerthin.
I'm militantly pro-fishing, all right? And I know that you're up there, Richard. I know you're going to cut the mic off. But look, seriously, right, we have the first band on tonight singing in their native tongue. Give a good hand for Datblygu from Cardigan.
Peidiwch fyth yn ddyrriau jean, efo jeans taclus, peidiwch fyth trystio bachgen o'r fath. Peidiwch fyth yn ddyrriau jean, efo jeans taclus, peidiwch fyth trystio bachgen o'r fath. O, fe welson i fe yn siop ddillad slag ddinas, dyn gwyn chwerthan llyd yn ceisio fod yn ddi. O, fe welson i fe yn siop ddillad slag ddinas, yeah.
Shirley Bassey, woman, Tom Jones, man, the greatest ever. And to me, there's no two finest things in the whole fucking world. And I'm proud to be Welsh. Yes, I fucking am, if they had anything to do with it. And they come from nothing. I spent time in Pontypridd, which is in the valleys, right? I lived there for years. I was a student there. And I used to wander the streets where Tom wandered. And he used to get the same shit in the 1960s as I got in the 1980s, about being on the dole, being unemployed and working at the same time as a singer, professionally. Yes, I was getting money from John Peel and BBC, filling my fucking pockets with it.
Trystio bachgen o'r fath na. Peidiwch fyth yn ddyrriau jean, efo jeans taclus, peidiwch fyth trystio bachgen o'r fath na 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 na.
Yes, I'm pissing at all the middle class people in Aberystwyth off, because I was sitting there with 2 bottles of Jim Beam and cigars, because I'd worked hard on those cunts who'd had it for nothing all their fucking lives, given everything. But those people are fine. It's just the way it's perceived. And people who rise to the top, we're all at the top.
Well, this bloke that was in a punk band, a Welsh punk band, he had a collection of Welsh records. And he had a cassette, Datblygu. He put that on, and it was almost like a switch went in my brain. I just thought, who's this? It's like, I've got to find them, you know, it's like...
Hanner awr wedi dim, hanner ffordd i'r pridd.
It was just at the end of 1983. So I went to the gig and most of the people were in the bar and it was like, why isn't anybody listening to them? I couldn't understand it. But that's the typical Welsh audience. Just, let's go to the bar. We don't listen to the support bands.
Well, when we started off, obviously nobody was interested.
Unwaith to fel bob tro, roedd rhaid iddi fynd. O dan blaen groen diw, nid oes cynllun dull na nod. Rwy'n aflonyddu mewn atgofion sy'n pallu fy ngadael I fod.
The night I met Pat, it was our biggest ever gig. 2,000 people turned up to see the headline act. Not us. Only about 20 were watching us, but we were fourth on the bill in 1983. And we opened up. And that's the night I met Pat. So really, you know.
Ond mae ffyddlondeb yn y botel fel dywedodd fy ffrind.
David and Wyn were off as soon as they'd finished. I thought, what the thing? I was like out in the car park, just say hello, and like, you know, where can I hear more of your music and stuff? And he said, oh, well, you know, just write to us. The address is on the cassette, you know.
O dan blaen groen diw, nid oes cynllun dull na nod.
I thought, oh yeah, of course I could. So we just started writing to each other. I said I played bass, and I'd be listening to those cassettes like 7 times a day. I was quite obsessed, really, because I just thought, well, what fantastic sound. He's so honest with his lyrics, and he was like, you know, this had become quite important to me.
Roedd yn llygad ei le, mae hi wedi mynd.
So, you know, if I was thinking, what am I going to do musically with my life? This is where I wanted to be. You know, this was exactly what I wanted. Anyway, David then wrote to me and said, well, if you want to come along and play. I thought, oh. So I started playing bass on those, and, you know, he invited me to join the band.
I mean, that's where it started, really. It was Wyn and me to begin with, and then Pat joined. And that's the best thing that ever happened, really, to me in my whole life. Pat joining Datblygu, because, you know, yeah, she's my oldest best friend. She always will be. She knows me inside out. And I know her inside out too. She's brilliant.